Hello, hello, Haunt, Macrai, and Call Me Star. How are y'all doing? Hey, Call Me Star, what is your zone battle rating currently? I saw you were in the matchmaking thread. I think it's probably around mine. Oh, perfect. Thank you. Yeah, we'll get started momentarily with some zone battle matches between community members, which should be a lot of fun. And happy to answer any questions for players of any skill level. Kazu, if you have any questions, let me know. Got you covered. And yeah, just one moment. Welcome in, Shock59. I am also, excuse me, I'm also excited for some zone battle. And why not wait? Let's get started here. Hello, everybody. I'm Austin, community developer at Enhanced Experience, and ready to play some zone battle. No sponsors today. We are unsullied by sponsorship. So we will get started momentarily. I'll probably open up a match against AI to kind of have an appetizer before we get started with our community matches and to answer any questions. Should be a lot of fun. Welcome in, everybody. All right, let's get this lobby set up. Is it too late for matchmaking? No. If you'd like to participate, be sure to join our Discord. Discord.gg/enhance. I'll also drop it here in the Twitch chat, and I'll try to plug it also on YouTube. Can I actually put on X from here? I have this chat window of every platform. Welcome in, Shu from X. Speaking of, Zone Battle is your favorite addition to the game. You know what? I have to admit, it's also mine. Zone Battle is kind of what got me super hooked on this game, and why I'm at Enhanced to begin with. So shout out to Green Tea or Tatajima-san, lead designer, the multiplayer for Tetris Effect, for getting me hooked on it. It is what it is, Haunt. Alright. So let's create a lobby here. Oh, you switch your Twitch account, okay. Hey, the thing is, I assume most of our chatters are in Twitch, which is why we tend to push it. But if you are chatting anywhere, I see it. I see it. Welcome in, Tetris. Won't complain until I stop. All right. That can be our running gag of sorts. All right, let's get a local match started. Hop into some zone battle, because we may have some... We always have new Tetris Effect players, so I always treat it like they're seeing this for the first time, our community showcase, which we are pretty much doing every Friday. And of course, we'll have like special editions with top players, or for example, last week we had Blue Scooty In addition to Miles, Sodium. Sodium took the win of Levigus, top level classic players, due to the recent event where Blue Scooty crashed the game. First person to crash classic NES Tetris. So, okay. Here we are playing against the CPU. Let's hop into some zone battle. And then our first match should be Aiken versus Dovetail Magician. If you are around, you are going to get started momentarily. Alright, so we are playing zone battle. You know what, maybe I should turn on the AI so I can explain some things without having to get too sweaty. Okay. And also you may notice I have like, if you go to the gameplay options on Tetris Effect, you can, if you prefer, I prefer color-coded Tetraminos, but I also love to watch the monochrome, or yeah, so like on the right it's just one color, which looks nice, because the left player has like a golden monochrome color to it, or not monochrome, but whatever you want to call it. Okay, so when you send attack, when you clear a Tetris, T-spin, anything that isn't a single line clear, you're going to send an attack to your opponent. And starting out in zone battle, if you see like that garbage, it's called garbage. When you send an attack, you receive garbage. You receive an attack, and it creates open spaces on your board that you have to kind of work through. So there's an ebb and flow typically in a zone battle match where you want to kind of work through what is being sent to you, especially if your opponent is a lot faster, right? So what is the CPU doing here? Sometimes I just like to watch and see what they're building. a crafty T-spin single setup from our computer here, but yes. Also, T-spin double sends as much as a Tetris, and T-spin single sends half of that. Actually, many T-spin single doesn't send anything. Also, if you combo lines starting from 2, you'll send attacks, and as that progresses toward, say, a 12 combo, or what is a cap out? As that progresses, as your combo progresses, you send larger line attacks as well. Where the computer on our right will receive golden garbage. Is there? Oh, yes. Sorry, let me turn it down. I had it turned down, but I turned it up for our wonderful starting soon screen. There we go. It's probably a little easier on the ears. Yeah, so it's called a C-spin. It's a little high-tech move there, but yeah, what else we got? So why is it called zone battle? Well, you can use what is called the zone meter in the bottom left of your board, which a lot of people never even find out that it exists in their playing of Tetris, and it's a key part of Tetris Effect. So when I hit the zone, I can't receive any more attacks, and so you can kind of use it in a defensive sense, but it's largely used in a high-level play for offensive use. So when you clear lines, you accrue zone meter. So now I'm at that full zone meter, right? So now I may want to trigger an attack. But one thing you could do, so see that flashing blue line next to my zone meter, and you want to keep an eye on that. That's how you see if you have any incoming attacks. So I wanted to accept that because early on in zone battle, you tend to receive what's called a clean garbage, or like these attacks I can send back with a counter attack very easily. So, all right, let's just get started. So during the zone, I'm going to want to like clear it high amount of Tetrises if possible, Tetrises and T-spins. Oh, I might even have a. No, I don't. Thought I had a curve twist for a moment, which is when you go above the the amount of lines. I probably did, and I didn't see it. But welcome in, Aiken. And yeah, Jaden. Oh, I guess you had the music thing, but yeah, if anyone has any questions, feel free to drop it. I am happy to answer it. And yes, as you see from that powerful zone attack, that computer had no chance, and they had the garbage in their incoming queue was going above the board. So the CPU is donezo. And yeah, as we spectate some matches, happy to answer any more questions. So Aiken and Dovetail will be up next. Let me hide this while I get a room code ready. So those of you participating, I'm dropping it in the Discord. All right. So we are about to get started with a lot of zone battle. And we still have room for additional players. We'll probably go till about 7:30 to 8 Eastern, I'm sorry, wherever you are. So about 2 hours from now, if anyone wants to participate. 1.5 to 2 hours. Looks like our players are here and ready to go. Oh wait, you know what? Let me. No, that's okay. All right. So we have Aiken versus Dovetail. And Aiken brings up a good point in our YouTube chat. Always feel free to mess around with the settings. It could be a lot of fun. You can turn on that classic RNG if you want some brutal piece sequences. Make the pieces move faster. You can turn off zone entirely if you don't like zone. If you don't like T-spins, you can turn off T-spins entirely. So anything goes in friendly matches. And we're starting to see more people utilize those custom settings for tournaments, which is kind of cool. So excited to see what else may evolve from that. Aiken with a 2-piece preview choice. So you can adjust the piece preview on Tetris Effect if you prefer less pieces in your queue. Maybe it's distracting. It used to be by default it was 1, and then you can turn up the piece preview, but I believe since then by default it is 4 pieces. So Dovetail rocking that golden color blocks I was talking about earlier. Love to see it. I would use it more if I was good at it, but I use the color coding to help me move quicker typically. So it seems like a pretty even match. I don't know if any of you caught that, but there was a bell noise in the background, a little ding. And when you hear that ding, that means you have entered the next phase. And when you're in the next phase, zone meter charges slower. You receive messier attacks from your opponent, or messier garbage on your board. And what am I missing? I'm missing something. Your zone meter depletes faster. So yeah, I guess like as the match goes on, they make it a little bit more difficult so that the match ends sooner, I suppose. At high level play, if it was like always clean garbage, the match may never end. So okay. So Dovetail has no zone, but they have a T-spin ready, and they can probably get another. Okay, they're going to combo through this. And Aiken sending an attack worth pretty much the amount of their board. So Dovetail decides to defend it, playing a little more conservative, not accepting any more attacks. Well, I think Aiken found a perfect clear there. Is that what happened? They were close to it. There is an attack bonus if you completely empty your board of any Tetraminos or gray blocks, aka garbage, which are the attacks from your opponent. You can also open the game that way if you want to try to catch your opponent off guard. And get the easy win. Alright, Dovetail setting up, has a Tetris ready. Kind of a 3 combo plus a Tetris into a T-spin double. How's Aiken going to respawn? They have a full zone meter. Unfortunately, they end it sooner, so they're not going to get... the more lines you clear during that zone phase, the more bonus lines you send as an attack to your opponent. So if you get a Tetris or T-spin during the zone, you're going to send a Tetris and T-spin amount of garbage after the zone. But in addition to that, you'll also send a bonus line count depending on the charge of your zone meter. So if it's a max zone versus a quarter zone, that bonus line count will be smaller or larger depending on how large the charge is. Yeah, so, okay, Aiken, as you see on this phase 3, where the music kind of hyped up a little bit more, we heard another ding. It can be easy to miss sometimes. An easier way to track what phase the game is in is to look at the score. So after 20,000 points, you enter phase 2, where the attacks get a little messier and it's harder to charge zone. And then also at 60,000 points, you enter that really messy garbage, which you see on Dovetail's board right now. In addition, you charge zone really slow, and the zone meter depletes very fast. So quarter zones are really hard to utilize in phase 3. But on to the next game here. Aiken with a T-spin triple nails it into a small combo. They have a lot of little attacks coming their way. So when you combo somebody, they tend to be smaller attacks but more frequent. So it allows you more time to decide, like, can I keep accepting these attacks? Like, do I want to try to utilize these attacks towards my opponent with this clean? Like, look at that double Tetris well ready because they accepted so many attacks, right? So that's part of the strategy, like determining when you want to accept attacks and when you want to counter attack. Or you could simply block attacks. If both players attack at the same time, let's say they both get a Tetris at the same time, which is the same power attack, right? The attacks cancel out and nobody receives anything. So you can block attacks. I kind of like, you would think Dovetail is like kind of in a tricky situation, but I like their garbage waiting for them. Like, they have a lot of potential to create powerful attacks here, as we are about to see. Into that Tetris. Why is that T-spin double? Who's up next? So up next we have Haunt versus Hawk Collar. If you are in chat, be ready. Put on your game face. Meditate. Pretty much, we have some pretty strong matchups later, so we'll have some high-level play in addition to casual play. If you are looking to participate in the future or tonight, be sure to join our Discord and have the community events role when you sign up during onboarding. Or if you're an existing member, head to the top of the Discord to the channels and roles section and nab that community events role so that you know when these kind of events are happening if you want to participate and hang out. Aiken with a T-spin double opener. Dovetail with a bit of a messy opener, but they are the first to attack, and see if they can navigate through this. All right, nice. Oh, into a double Tetris for Dovetail, so that's actually pretty powerful counterattack. Oh, my chat was not scrolling down. I wasn't able to read chat. Sorry about that. Welcome in, Willie the Wino. Mord's water. Welcome in. If you complete zone Perfectress, does the speed of completing the zone have any impact on the amount of garbage that gets sent to the opponent? No. So the bonus is going to remain the same, but at the same time, like, you want to move faster so that they have to. Well, it's going to be more efficient if you are moving, or not more efficient. I'm sorry. It's going to be more impactful. I mean, if you are a fast player, of course. Because they're going to receive that large attack sooner and be a little more pressured to make a decision on their end. But no, the speed doesn't impact the bonus line clear. The only bonus comes from the amount of lines you clear. In addition to when you score Tetrises, T-spins, combos during the zone, it's like you put it on hold, right? So all those attacks come at the same time following the zone. But there's no... That just goes by the standard attack table, whether you are in zone or not, if that makes sense. Happy to elaborate further. Because I may have came out as word salad. So Aiken under pressure here. Does find that nice double to navigate to that left whale. Look at that messy garbage. Actually did a pretty good job. So using that zone as a defense mechanism so that they have time to work through that garbage. And they are nearly at the bottom of their board. Meanwhile, Dovetail had a max zone and looking like they're going to hit a pretty high line bonus here. So this, I'm going to say 48. Oh, 39. I was off. Yeah, so nice attack from Dovetail. Aiken actually... They're probably going to want another zone charge here. Not sure if they're going to be able to get it. Oh, they got it. Fortunate. They might be able to survive. It's going to be close. If they can get another quarter zone, that'd be huge. But, oh, look at those pieces. Oh, there's another quarter zone. All right. Aiken barely staying in there. That misdrop's going to seal the deal, though. Nice game between Dovetail and Aiken. GG. All right, so up next we have Caller versus Haunt Nog. The room code should be in the matchmaking thread on Discord. And we are ready and waiting. Existing players, feel free to spectate if you would like. If you want to throw down some emojis. Spectators do impact the game with... you are allowed to emote. Let me make sure Caller is around. Is it visible? Oh, it is. I thought I hit it. Sorry about that. If we need to, we'll make a new lobby. If we're getting swarmed by our massive audience, we'll make a new room code. Fortunately, the Tetris community is pretty wholesome. Not gonna lie. As someone that's participated in many gaming communities. Shout out to the MOBA communities for being so wholesome. And also I'm trying to think. StarCraft's kind of has a fine line. You have both very pleasant players and the complete opposite. Not sure if Ott Caller. Oh, it says they are playing Tetris Effect Connected, so probably find their way in here. Do you have any specific tips, or excuse me, any specific tips for someone trying to learn T-spins? I want to try getting into the game competitively, but without T-spins, it's basically impossible. Yes, actually, you know what? I'd be willing to bargain. You can get pretty far in zone battle without T-spins. Really, the first thing, like the biggest priority as a new player, in my opinion, should be knowing how to bring your board down. So when you receive an attack from an opponent, how can you get your board down the quickest? That's more important than T-spinning, in my opinion, or down stacking. So perhaps like playing Purify mode and getting confident in bringing your board down there, which is like a down stacking mode, available as an effect mode in Tetris Effect Connected. And yeah, in terms of like multiplayer too, without T-spins, you can get pretty far just knowing how to counterattack properly. And I say that as somebody that is probably less T-spin proficient than my opponents at a high level. Like, I got pretty far in zone battle doing largely just combos and Tetrising. Because if you think about it, there is a benefit to only Tetrising in zone battle. If you Tetris, you're going to charge your zone meter faster. Whereas if you T-spin, you're going to not charge your zone battle as quick, or charge your zone battle. My English is all over the place tonight. You're not going to charge your zone meter as fast. So you're missing out on bonus lines that way. So there's, if you want to learn T-spins though, there's plenty of ways to do that. And I think it is very satisfying once you do. Kind of, if you're able to spot T-spin setups, it's a really good feeling. Especially if you haven't been able to nail it before. When you have that aha moment and like you start to see T-spin setups, it's a lot of fun. But I wouldn't stress it too much. I am confident players can get pretty far without T-spins. And then if you do hit that wall, because to be the best player, yes, you will need to be able to throw down and T-spinning. Once you approach that wall, then you could always try to up your T-spin game. Welcome in, Atomic Spoon. All right, how's our game going? That was a long T-spin rant. It's like Haunt with a little bit of latency. But fortunately, when there's player lag in Tetris Effect, it doesn't cause your board to lag as well. That would be frustrating. So you'll see them catching up due to rollback netcode. Ott Caller, they could go into a combo here. Okay, decides to get a Tetris T-spin. They might want to trigger this max zone before the before phase 3 hits, because now this max zone meter is going to deplete a lot faster. If you're a really fast player, like, you can kind of make it work, but yeah, Ott Caller is not going to be able to get too big of a zone line bonus. It can be hard to spot that though in the moment. Nice attacks though from Ott Caller. I think it's a little thrown off by that phase 3 timing. Yeah, I know what you guys mean. That's very frustrating for me as well. All right, so Ott Caller seems like from a neutral position able to put on a little more pressure. But it also, Haunt Nog may have like intentionally tried to take in those attacks, because look at that clean garbage in phase 1. So they have Tetrises waiting for him just because they're accepting these attacks from Caller. Just at this point, just trying to decide when to trigger this max zone, and look how clean that is. That's a good time to trigger max zone. When you're ready for those Tetrises and T-spins, and you can, if you're confident, you can move quickly through this. It's usually the right time to hit the zone button. Meanwhile, Caller does trigger that phase 2. That's latency's a little makes it a little hard to follow what's happening, but either way, Caller is going to fire back here with a max zone. Should be able to negate it given their efficiency so far. Seems on par with their opponent. I'm gonna have to. Okay. Pretty even trade there. The main difference is that because Haunt was they chose to use their zone beater sooner, they're much more ahead on their zone charge. So that is another thing I'd recommend. If you don't sit on your max zone for too long, there are situations at high level when you might want to sit on it. If you are somebody that can throw out a ton of efficiency, but you still need to be careful and know when to time your zone before like the next phase hits, which it's about to with Haunt Nog's attack here, as it puts it over that 60,000 score threshold, which is the requirement for phase 3. So Caller is going to try to counter again, and unable to do so. So GG. That was a pretty short one. You guys are welcome to play another set if you'd like. We don't have too many matches tonight if you want to play another. But Caller does leave, so GG's, guys. So next up, okay, so next up we have Atomic Spoons versus Dr. Tano. I saw Atomic Spoons was in chat. Let me just ping them in the Discord. All right, so these are some newer players to competitive Tetris. I know Atomic Spoonie participated in a lot of our Tetris Effect Connected World Championship tournaments. And there is Dr. Tano. This should be fun to watch. And there is Spoonie. When you two are ready, I am ready. Good luck, have fun. Spain versus America. Espanol. Or España. Spoonie not American? Oh wait, yeah, Spoonie is from the UK. I wonder if they're playing on a Steam Deck or something. If you play on Steam Deck, you have to go into your settings and adjust the country. Or no, they're on a maybe Switch. I think Switch you have to do the same thing. Who knows? But yes, if anyone has any other questions regarding this game mode, or if they're trying to step up their game in any way, I'm happy to provide advice. I believe these players are around 5 KSR. And Spoonie's been pretty active in our community as of since TECWC 2023. So I do like to see how players improve, and if you guys come out every week to play, we'll be able to see it firsthand. All right, pretty even exchange on that zone. A rough misdrop from Spoonie on that L piece. But they do have a Tetris waiting for him. Okay, decide to go for that quick triple instead. Probably a little bit of nerves when you play up this high. Spoonie's probably going to have to utilize this quarter zone if they want to survive. Oh no, you have to... that's a tricky move for new players. So Spoonie needed to rotate the other direction. So if you only single rotate, that can be a bit tricky. Nice clean Tetris open from Spoonie. Dr. Tano. Dr. Tano's got some speed. Working through this. Yes, rotation bias. Yeah, that kind of thing takes a little bit to click. Of course, if you can pick up on that sooner than later, it's always nice because it's hard to break old habits. Like a lot of players will single rotate starting out, but double rotation, using both rotation keys tends to help with your finesse. You're able to get more action done in less key inputs. If you want to go vroom vroom. Both players sitting on that max zone. It's High Noon who's going to be the first to draw the zone attack. Oh. Spoonie has a bit of a tricky board there. Uh-oh. Okay, there they go. Go into that T-spin single. It's nice that you can tell, like, Spoonie's still newer to our community, but they have picked up on T-spins, it looks like, which is nice to see. Ooh, this is gonna be tough. No, Spoonie tops out. GG. You're welcome to play one more set. As it was on the shorter side, so you're welcome to give it another go, Spoonie and Tano, if you'd like. That's the thing, a first to two could last 20 minutes, or it could last like 4 minutes. It's part of it makes it tricky to determine for tournaments, like how long you want the matches to go. I think mostly we've settled on first to 3 or first to 4 for tournaments, though. Yes, there are a few anomalies of players that didn't learn to double rotate, but were very good at the game, and very fast at that. The player CZ is a great example. Yeah. Aside from the outliers, typically you do want to learn to rotate both directions. It helps for like peculiar things like spins. In addition to, you should move faster just because it takes less key inputs to get the piece where you want it to be, right? Ooh, Spoonie with that overhang. see if they can find a solution. There might be some possible maneuvers here. Ooh. It has a quarter zone. Ah. Under a lot of pressure. Dr. Tano throwing down. Seems like Dr. Tano might be able to climb the ranked ladder a bit. Welcome in Double Bubble Trouble with some rotation advice as well. Oh, by the way, tomorrow we have a... we're going to be hanging out in our Discord during the full moon event. If any of you are looking to have a social Tetris Effect connected experience, feel free to stop by our Discord. So during the full moon event every Saturday for 24 hours, the connected versus mode is opened up for ranked play. So when that happens, in addition to the weekend ritual, if you're more of a single player kind of person. So this week, oh my god, I should know this. Is this week focus for the ritual? I was literally just looking at the graphic. I forget. But yeah, so feel free to stop by our Discord, hang out in the voice channel, and we'll be playing plenty of Tetris, having friendly lobbies, sniping each other in the ranked queue, playing single player modes, stuff like that. It's a good vibe. Hey, you know what? Focus probably was last week, which would mean no, Classics next week. So is it relax or adventurous? It's the only other two. I think it's relax. Is it going to be... Am I going to have every guess wrong until it's the right one? Okay. I'm going to make up for my lack of knowledge by talking about some zone battle here. Spoonie has some nice garbage waiting for them if they're able to somehow bring down this board. Ooh, spooky board. Oh, they can't get over. No, Spoonie's going to top out. GG's. Dr. Tano's pretty good. So Spoonie, thanks for the games. And we'll see you in our future showcases. Oh, you are playing on a controller, that's right. Yeah, I thought you were typically a PC player, right? Who's up next? So up next we have Tetris versus V-Flyer. Tetris threw out an emoji that they might be spooked by this matchup, and we'll see if there's good reason for that. Tetris pretty good though. Tetris versus V-Flyer. You know what? V-Flyer have played in other Tetris games I can recall. I've probably played them on here too. I've played everyone on here, but I think V-Flyer played Puyo Puyo Tetris 2 or 1, probably 1, both of them. All right, V-Flyer. All right, room code is in the Discord. I don't know who Brandon Zedrozny is, but they're hanging out in spectators. All right, looks like we have Tetris versus V-Flyer. Great Britain versus USA. Cat versus butterfly. Pick your side, everybody. Left versus right side. Gold versus blue. It's a battle of the gods. Welcome in, cute data. Oh, gotta support your fellow Brit. Yeah, V-Flyer, I do recall playing V-Flyer. Chances are, if I recall the name, they are a good player. Sometimes somebody destroys you to the point that you recall their name. All right, so yeah, both these players are pretty proficient when it comes to zone battle. I have a feeling Tetris probably played more zone battle, but V-Flyer may have more knowledge when it comes to like setups and stuff like that, so there might be a playstyle clash a little bit. Tetris first to finish the zone, and yeah, I think typically in most situations I think it's better to be the first person in the zone because you have that extra zone meter as insurance if you need to use it, and then even if your opponent gets a bigger attack, you can accept some garbage, as much garbage as you would like. Kind of puts you in control, and you can kind of dictate the pace of the game to a certain degree. There are high-level plays where you might want to not zone first still, but generally speaking, unless you are in the top 10, I don't want to worry too much about it. Generally speaking, I think zoning first is good. Okay. Because, yeah, pretty much if you aren't going to be zoning, you want to be confident in your ability to create attacks. So if you're like, okay, while my opponent is zoning, I know I can create as many T-spins as possible and create the most efficient stack because I'm under zero pressure. Because you know for sure you're not going to be receiving attacks during that zone. That's when like it might come into play. But that's why efficiency is also so important for that attempt or that way of attacking. Tetris under a lot of pressure. Look at all that messy garbage because we are in that phase 3. When one player hits over 60,000 points, you enter phase 3 where the garbage is messier, the zone meter depletes faster, and it charges slower. It's just a harder version of zone battle. It's the game's way of saying, okay, somebody needs to top out and lose now. And unfortunately, that will be Tetris in this situation. And yeah, V-Flyer, 2 Tetris point, is putting up some pretty good stats. But I believe in Tetris. Ooh, V-Flyer with the Tetris PC. On Tetris Effect, you don't get bonuses for both the Tetris and the PC. Oh, look at that counterattack, though. That's why, like, going for that perfect opener. Perfect. So all clears, perfect clear, all clear. They're actually called all clears in Tetris Effect. It's the highest single attack that you can send. So you can really catch an opponent off guard if you open with it and say they're like stacking to the heavens trying to get a lot of quick Tetrises. You might be able to nab a free win that way. But there is counterplay to that perfect clear opener where because you know you're going to be receiving a really clean attack, it allows the opponent to make a potentially strong counterattack. All the while, they're probably you're not going to have that zone charge just yet because you went for a PC. So it's a bit of a risk reward, or just risky in general. Call me starred? No, it's not. Like, if you get a T-spin triple PC, or is that even possible? Yeah, it doesn't add together. I'm pretty sure, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, chat. Things I should know, but I always question when somebody like Call Me Star, who's a very good player, says that it might. TST PC would be so sick though. Can you TST PC if like you receive a line of garbage? Just one line. You two are welcome to play another game if you're listening. Encore. Tetris Strikes Back in the sequel match. Ooh, I love when they they attack the exact same time. Pretty satisfying. It's like in classic Tetris when they build their boards the exact same way when they get the same pieces. You don't see that quite as often in TEC though. Maybe at like the very highest level, like both players go for the same opener. Oh, you're gonna need a overhang, I see. Okay. That makes sense. What if it's a Kerptris? No, I guess your piece wouldn't be able to spin then. Ooh, V-Flyer is putting on the pressure. Some pretty good stats there from Tetri. Near 1 APP, but yeah, V-Flyer can throw down. Perhaps they are underrated. Ooh, nice. I like that. Super T-spin double from V-Flyer. When you kind of spin and T-spin into this like square notch here, it's called a Super T-spin. V-Flyer went for another one there too. All right. Tetri is the first player to zone. Ooh, they have a lot of clean garbage, but not enough long bars. So actually, this might not be that bad of a thing as long as they can... If they can get to that Tetris well sooner, they can maybe get like 2 charges of zone meter. Yeah, so they're at that double zone meter, or half zone meter. If they want to tank an attack. Oh no, they tanked a little too much there. But okay, V-Flyer does take it there. GG's, Tetri and V-Flyer. Brutal way to go, but if you guys want to play later, if we have some time, because we are kind of flying through these, play later. Or you can play on the side, feel free to. All right, who's up next? We have Super Shocky versus Call Me Star. That should be a fun match, right? Call Me Star's improved a lot from what I remember. And Super Shocky, I know Super Shocky's been playing actively, so they may have improved since last time I've seen them play as well. So it should be a fun match. Call Me Star in the Twitch chat. The room code is in our Discord. Also, did you guys know that Super Shocky was our TEC WC 2022 champion and 2023 champion? They are pretty good at Tetris Effect in terms of all-around player. They've come out on top. Barely both times too. Very photo finishes in both tournaments, against Iraqi last year and Dormy in 2022. Is Call Me Star available? Anybody have any fun weekend plans coming up? I have some games from Steam Next Fest that I'll probably be playing through. Checked out some demos earlier this week. Not a fun weekend plan, but tomorrow is the full moon event in the Enhanced Discord. If you do not have any fun weekend plans, hang out with us. Oh, Slay the Spire. I love that game. I had to RMA. I had to send in my Steam Deck, and I haven't had the chance to play it recently. I've been really slow to send it in as I've been bouncing around Canada and the US. DQ Star. All right, we'll get Star in maybe the next match. Anybody else want to challenge Super Shock? Do I want to challenge Super Shock? I could play one round here. Oh, wait, no. Call Me Star was in a match. Okay, they're here. Sorry. I haven't tried Pal World yet. Do you like Pal World? All right. Call Me Star with a rough opener here. Let's see if they can cleverly solve this. Actually found their way into that nice 4-5 stack, meaning that there's 4 rows of blocks on the left of your open Tetris well and 5 blocks on the right. Navigating through the zone fairly quickly. Ooh, this is Curbtris potential here from Call Me Star. Yes, finds the curb. Oh, double curb. Ooh, Super Shocky didn't have the solve, but they still had a pretty strong zone there, so barely able to survive that Curbtris attack from Call Me Star. So when you get a 21 zone clear, it's called a Curbtris, and there is quite the extra punch attached in bonus lines if you're able to hit it in a ranked match. Not even a ranked match, in a zone battle match, excuse me. I don't know why I said ranked match. Okay. Super Shock now running into some issues of their own. Does have some attacks, and it looks like they want to clean this up with a T-spin. Oh, I don't know if they extra rotated that on accident. Oh, this is tricky for Super Shock. I get it, because at the same time, you don't want to like just clear singles. Because when you're in that situation, it's like, if I'm going to come back, I need to somehow create some attacks here. So I kind of understand Super Shock's position there, looking for some kind of clever way out of it. All right, on to round number 2. Call Me Star's Tetris, putting on a lot of pressure, taking that first round. Star might be one of the best curbers. Is that true, Tetri? I didn't really pick up on that. I haven't got to play against Star recently, so I do know that they were improving a lot since I last played against them, so it's just a matter of time until they're better than me. If they aren't already, they might already be better than me. All right. A 48 Perfectress from Call Me Star. Ooh, interesting. Kind of suffering their future stack tip at 20. Put on some pressure. Our Super Shocky was. Now he's working through trying to find some APM. Either player with clean garbage. I guess Super Shock has a Tetris waiting for them, so they're probably going to try to find their way back to that left well. So doing so with this T-spin double into that Tetris well. And probably going to zone at the same time with this double Tetris. Yeah. Meanwhile, Call Me Star, let's see if you're right here. Can they get another Tetris? Oh. Oh, that was close. That was the right idea, just not the right RNG to execute that Tetris. Putting a lot of pressure on Super Shock here. Oh, look at this board from Call Me Star. Forcing that T-spin, super T-spin. They could. There's a few solutions there. You can... Oh, they missed the... You gotta be really careful when you are soft dropping and trying to create divots in your stack that you want to like spin a piece into. It can be tricky. So pretty even. I think Call Me Star with the advantage. They have the zone advantage and they're a little bit lower on their board. One thing you can do in this phase when you are lower on the board is like, okay, I'm just going to accept your attacks and counter right away. Kind of like an all-in strat. So when you think about it, like if your opponent, phase 3 is super messy, your opponent's a little higher on the board. If you accept attacks, even if it brings you to the top of your board, you know for sure that your attacks are going to like send your opponent, forcing them to zone or find a way out. If you can force your opponent to use like quarter zones, it's one way to secure the win. All right, Super Shock with a nice quick zone there to stay alive. Oh, that long bar going right into their piece sequence, or I'm sorry, their piece spawn. And Call Me Star will take it. We are flying through these matches, so you two are welcome to play another game if you'd like. Super Shocky is washed. Super Shocky, I don't know if washed is the right word. Here's the thing about Super Shocky, right? So they aren't the best zone battle. They're very good at zone battle, don't get me wrong. But they didn't win the zone battle tournament or anything. They won the tournament where you have to really test your... Well, actually they won score attack. So that tests your ability to play at high speeds, your ST stacking efficiency, just general efficiency as well to get out of situations. Super Shock is also very talented in classic score attack. And look, let's be honest, they can really throw down here in zone battle too. Which is why they're very scary when it comes to that multi-mode tournament format. as proven that I guess it can depend on the matchup, but nobody can really take out Super Shocky in that tournament format. To be a true Tetris Effect champion that utilizes all the game modes. And we commend Super Shocky for it. On top of that, they're just a pretty awesome player, have good vibes. So it's easy to root for Super Shocky. All right. Shocky sitting on that max zone, looking for this T-spin. I assume they want to find like the big boy zone. Here we go. See how it works out. Into that T-spin double. Common Star should have a pretty clean zone here as well. Ooh, nice T-spin double on the top there. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Curb-Triss. I had a feeling that it was going to be a Curb-Triss. Ooh, and that is going to take out Super Shock. That was nasty. Yeah, Call Me Star, you have a good point, Tetri. They've been stacking really cleanly at the top to kind of like prepare for Curb-Trisses. Or stack in a way that it's easier to set up a Curb-Triss, and cool to see. Cool to see a consistent Curb-Triss players in zone battle. And that is kind of a skill that goes a long way. Ooh, Super Shock? No. Gonna top out early. I didn't quite catch exactly how that happened. Happens to the best. And Call Me Star is a threat on zone battle for sure. So good games to the both of you. And who is up next? Who hasn't played yet? Washed, says Mysterious James. Is that true, Shocky? Are you washed? Okay. Austin, is Super Nuba around? Oh, we could do Super Nuba versus somebody. Is there anybody else on Super Nuba? We could do Super Nuba versus Call Me Star or V-Flyer maybe. I think V-Flyer was underrated. Oh, we have some other new players in here. Do we have anyone around the 5K range that would like to play Shock? If Atomic, if Spoonie is still around, or Dr. Tano, if you'd like to play another match. We have somebody around your skill level that's looking for a game. Oh, it looks like Atomic Spoon's already agreed to that. Let's get them up. And then let's find somebody for Super Nuba to play. Excuse me. We also have somebody around 10K. Let's play. Super Shocky's down to go again if needed. You are a little washed. So humble, Super Shocky. So we're going to get Atomic Spoonie versus Shock in here. Ooh, Pain Dezu. Oh, you know what? Pain Dezu, we'll get you up next against... I want to say Aeon? Is that how you pronounce it? Aeon versus So Spoonie or yeah, I guess Spoonie and Shock, if you're ready to play. Okay, sounds good. Thanks for stopping by, Super Shocky. I think Score Attack it will be next on our 1v1 community showcase night, so come in, kick some butt when that happens. I want to practice Score Attack a little bit. It's just I love zone battle too much when I'm playing this game, so I don't leave it too often. Why won't the guy commentating play against me? I can't lose on stream, Super Nuba. Can't have that. As far as everyone here knows, no one can beat me. All right, Atomic Spoonie versus Shock. Good luck. Shock59 hailing from Australia. And Spoonie from the UK. So kind of like pretty opposite in terms of location. If you dig a hole straight down through Australia, where do you land? I think next week might be a bit of a different showcase, like a single player showcase. So it'd probably be in 2 weeks for the Score Attack showcase. Clear Master live. I think I did I not clear master on stream? Oh, I might not have actually, which is a shame. All right, Shock versus Zone here. Or, I'm sorry, not the versus Zone, but looking to zone here. I like looking at the cleared lines in the zone. It's a good way to like gauge how powerful the attack might be as well. Okay, so pretty big attack coming from Shock. Can Spoonie throw down a counter attack? It's actually a really strong attack. Uh-oh. Not the best pieces for Spoonie. They're really close to defending. Ah, that's so close. It would be fun to go for a 303 on Master Mode. It'd probably be good practice for Score Attack too. Two birds with one stone there. One thing I've never really tried to do is go for a super high score on Master Mode, which, you know, maybe I can do that in tomorrow's Weekend Ritual. Or I'm sorry, the Full Moon event hangout that we're having on our Discord. Which, by the way, if you're looking to play in some of these community showcases, be sure to join our Discord, which I'm about to plug in the Twitch chat and YouTube. All right, Spoonie throwing down this round. Sitting on that max zone, looking to trigger it. Let's see what kind of attack she can create here. She did zone fairly low to the board. It's pretty hard to create attacks when you do that, but even then, throws a clean attack towards Shock. Shock seems pretty good with her T-spins for like a 5K level player. So maybe taking some notes from our streams as of late and learning the game. Cool to see. Keep data. I always tell myself I want to play on the stream, but anytime someone is watching me, the only thing I know how to do is create multiple long bar dependencies. Yes. Yeah, it depends on the kind of person you are. For some people, playing on stream might be like a nice way for them to almost distract themselves from the anxiety. Oh no, that top out from Spoonie definitely looked like a mistake there, because it was a pretty good game otherwise. You two are welcome to play again if you'd like. Okay. Welcome in, Chompy. Oh, controller issue for Atomic. Yeah, I don't know if Atomic's a controller player, and they're playing on a controller right now. What was I talking about before I yelled in despair on behalf of Spoonie? Shock with a double Tetris well. Oh yeah, playing on stream. Yeah, for some people it might help them distract from the anxiety that Tetris can sometimes create. For others, it can just be like, I don't want people to watch my every move, which is totally understandable as well. No, Spooty, having some issues over there. I believe in Spoonie and the controller use here. This is the one. Yeah, and somebody, like, personally, I've streamed a lot of Tetris. There's advantages of both. When you play offline, it can be nice to just, like, focus on the game, or you can kind of go at your own pace. Whereas when you're streaming, it's like, I'm not gonna take a break every other game. I don't know. Ooh, Shock with a really clean Tetris well waiting for him. Spoonie has a Tetris well on the right. It's going to want to find their way to that column 7. Perhaps with 2 Tetrises to boot. Oh, there they go. Found that column 7. And what is next? I want to get that max zone charge. Oh, it actually went to 3/4. I don't mind that, actually, just given that they started the zone with a Tetris. You tend to move through your zone quicker and get to your bonus line sooner when you start right from the top of your well. Although Shock is also performing a pretty clean zone so far. Oh, I think Shock is single rotating, so it was a little hard to piece crawl with that single rotation over the right with a T piece. No, Spoonie tops out. That was a cleaner round, though. And Shock. I don't know if you guys had the chance to play yet on our community showcase, but thanks for the games. All right, so we have Aeon versus who was the opponent? Pain Dezu. Up next. So hopefully Aeon can find their way here. And Super Nuba, I will gladly play you to close out the stream tonight if you would like. After being peer pressured. Or did he find an opponent? Let's see. Okay, that's fine. Good luck in your training arc. So we're just looking for Aeon. Aeon, please make your way to the Zone Battle lobby, Aeon, if you are out there. I don't know if they are currently here. They did say, hold on. How about this? Haunt and Pain Dezu, you want to play until Aeon is made available? Excuse me. Let's do that. I think you two are on the same level as well. Oh, is that Ape Man or Early Man avatar use? Versus the snake. All right, both players with a double T-spin, triple T-spin opener. We might have something spicy here from the looks of it. I know Pain Dezu is a community regular on some other community streams. I want to say Hard Drop community. So they could probably throw down here. I don't think I've seen them play too much zone battle. So not too far off from the UK dovetail. I like how the effect mode's globe was the first place you went to determine scientifically, since it's the most accurate globe out there. Where exactly Australia lands if you dig a hole through the center, or if you dig a hole straight down from Australia. All right, Haunt under pressure has to use, I believe that was a half zone. Actually, a pretty clean down stack there, so this should be worth their time. It's not a lot of pressure against Pain Dezu, who has a T-spin double waiting for him and do a Tetris, so enough to counteract any attack from Haunt. Pain is bringing it down. Ooh, nice T-spin double find, kind of creating that in advance with burn lines. Alright, so we have entered phase 3, meaning the zone attacks, the zone meter depletes faster, takes longer to charge, and the garbage is messier. Nobody really lives in the center of Australia. True. That's a good point. What if you dig straight down from Sydney or Melbourne or something like that? If we're gonna get real here. Interesting setup here from Pain Dezu. Setting up divots to find some T-spins. They missed the first or the second one there, but they do have this other divot to use. Ooh, this is close. Gotta use that quarter zone. Ooh, and Hot Nog will take it. So typically at a high level, the most common strategy starting off is just to go for Tetrises, get that that zone meter up, and then eventually once you hit like 20k, or once you hit your max zone, then you begin to go for T-spins. Hit and throw down the T-spins during your zone for a super powerful first zone attack. Nice 20 from Pain Dezu, actually going to put on some pressure against Haunt, who, because they did zone so much sooner, already has 3/4 zone. We'll see if they can properly tank this attack. Meanwhile, Pain Dezu has the freedom to set up quite efficiently, so they have this double T-spin fractal setup and into more T-spins. So really good pressure from Pain Dezu once they have the space to create attacks. Double from Haunt to cancel that attack out. Pain Dezu has 2 Tetrises waiting for them. Doesn't have the long bars right away, so they're actually going to probably set up for this T-spin double, yeah, and cancel their zone a little sooner. So Pain Dezu is going to want to get as much zone as they can in this short period of time. Not sure. I don't think Haunt Nog's zone here is going to trigger phase 3. It might actually. It's going to be close. Okay, it does not. So that does give Pain Dezu more time to charge zone, and they could probably tank some of these attacks. T-spin double. Alright, moving along here. Fortunately, another kind of low line bonus zone from Pain Dezu, but at least they were able to get some T-spin doubles in there and continue on their merry way without too much of a hitch. Tetris rooting for Haunt. Oh, Haunt is in trouble and can use that that energy from the chat. Meanwhile, Pain Dezu is... They're kind of fun to watch how they're setting up for T-spins here. They're in a pretty good position at the bottom of their board, and it seems like they're pretty good at setting up efficiency on their own without having to work through garbage being sent by Haunt. And does take that win. So we're going to a decider. Also, it looks like Aeon found their way back into the Discord and should be playing in our next game. So up next we'll have Aeon versus Pain Dezu. Andromeda saying, oof, these stats. Yes. These are very good players. Yes, yes, absolutely. As you see on our community showcases, a lot of the players that frequent our community can throw down some blocks at a high speed with some cool moves to add to it. As we see Haunt doing that just now. Some T-spin doubles, moving quickly through the zone. See if they can get a 20 Ultimatris. There might have been one there. It was kind of a weird sequence at the top. Meanwhile, Pain Dezu working through this. Are they going to be able to get the 20? Nope. Also a 19 there. Actually, that puts on a lot of pressure. Haunt did not have a quarter zone, unfortunately. And that zone... It's a 85 line attack per minute from Pain Dezu for the win. GG. Thumbs up from Haunt, showing good sportsmanship. And let's get Aeon versus Pain Dezu up next. And that way all three of you will have the same playtime. Or I guess not Aeon, but Haunt and Pain Dezu will at least. All right. New challenger. Dang, that's cold, Tetris. Rooting against a person that cheered for you during your match. Wow. I thought this community was wholesome, but I'm beginning to be proven wrong by members such as Tetris. All right, Pain Dezu's in here. Rakurai UK. Why do you have so many Brits in here? Isn't it pretty late over there? Welcome in. What? Is our entire fan base in the UK now? What's going on? I was not made aware of this. But welcome in. Actually, you know what? We did. I was slightly made aware. We actually had a lot of UK players during TECWC. Ooh, giant particle on the screen. You gotta point it out when it happens. It's a rare occurrence. It's kind of like the solar eclipse. You just gotta appreciate it when it happens. Or shooting star of some sort. Aeon, I thought Aeon was here. We need a Las Vegas Tetris Effect tournament. That would be pretty sick. There is the for those of you that have been to Vegas, I don't know if you've been to the Luxor esports venue they have there. It's pretty cool looking. It's also quite expensive to rent. Just throwing that out there. Luxor is haunted. I stayed at the Luxor, and in addition to being haunted, the button on the elevator shocks you. It's like a little zap when you press the up button on the elevator. It's pretty bad. Okay, I don't know if Aeon is around. I think they, once again, threw us for a loop here as we hang around in the void in our friend match. Is there anybody else that wanted to get a game in around 10K? I'll drop the Discord. Yeah, if you guys want to participate in this event and future community events, hop in our Discord. During the onboarding, you should be able to pick the community events role. Or if you're already an existing member, just head to the top of the Discord and select the role. There's a Get Roles channel, or you can just use the built-in Discord channels and roles feature. Well, I think we should get another match in here. I think we have waited long enough for Aeon, who is not here. Austin versus Star. Is Call Me Star still around? I would be okay with that if they want to play. Oh, I saw T-Flat was in here. T-Flat, do you want to play a match? That'd be a good match. T-Flat versus Star, maybe. I think that'd be a good match in my head. Let's do that. I'll tag T-Flat. Will tag you in our thread here. Cool. Perfect. Glad I scrolled up in chat and saw that Misty is here. When is the UK side quest event? Is that coming up pretty soon? There's going to be a live Tetris Effect connected community tournament in the UK coming up. Side quest is the name of the venue, I'm pretty sure, right? Or the name of the LAN center. 25th of February, so it's in a few weeks. Next weekend is CTWC Genesis, which I will be at. So for any of you in San Jose, San Francisco area, or the Bay Area, I suppose, just stop by Genesis X. It's like a big fighting tournament, and there's going to be a classic Tetris set up there. So that should be a pretty cool experience. T-Flat versus Call Me Star. Good luck. Have fun. Yes, priorities. I appreciate that. Definitely study up. Who's going to win this chat? I actually haven't had the chance to see Misty play in a while. Oh, Misty with the big down stack. We'll see if she can translate this into... Oh, nice donation. Well, Call Me Star having a pretty quick zone. Oh my god, another curve tris. Their third curve tris tonight with a 67 zone attack. But you know what? Misty is also pretty proficient at curve trisses. Okay, they're going to get that piece over. I don't think there's a solve on the left side of that board. We'll see if they can get a quarter zone at the least. Yes, looks like they can. Able to tank that curve tris. Ooh, even greening out for that Tetris. I love it. able to get that half zone. So still an advantage here for Call Me Star, but nice defense from Misty so far. There we go. Nice counterattack from Misty. Well played. But Call Me Star sitting on that max zone. Okay. Triggering it at the end of that combo, they're actually going to get that combo bonus part of the zone too. Something I like to do as well. Alright, no curb twist here, but a pretty clean 20 with back-to-back 60-plus zone attacks. Big stats. Andromeda is probably passing out from these stats right now, if you're still in chat. Let's see. Yeah, tough board there from Misty. I wasn't sure if there was a solution. Nice nice efficiency versus speed from Misty and from Call Me Star. Sometimes when this happens, like we'll see if Misty tries to speed up because it's like, all right, I might as well try to play faster at this point. Even if I'm more prone to misdrops, if I'm playing out of my like comfort speed, I need to make up for that attack power from my opponent somehow. Ooh, I like that. Into that Tetris, that was clean. To bring their board down a bit. And a T-spin double to start the zone from Misty. Meanwhile, Call Me Star, I can hear the lines clearing quickly. Only a 19 from Call Me Star. Only. We expect nothing but from curb twists. Nothing but curb twists from them now, so expectations are set high. Misty setting up a T-spin. Boom, T-spin double for you. All right, pretty even neutral, like from both players. Actually, as I say that, Misty putting on pretty good pressure outside of zone. And you know what? Not like the easiest garbage to navigate through from Call Me Star. Not the worst, but like this should allow Misty to keep putting on pressure. I think Misty is trying to force a zone out of Call Me Star. That way they know they'll have a really strong attack. But actually, Call Me Star handled that pressure very well and determined a really good time to execute that zone. Misty needs to be careful. Like, they want to, okay, really hanging on until the end there. And actually, like, from phase 2 into phase 3 is actually a good time to delay your zone, knowing that it's about to enter phase 3, because you want to squeeze out APM that you might not be able to easily stack for when you are in phase 3, when it's a little more difficult with that messy garbage. And looks like Misty beat out Call Me Star by 3 lines there, so pretty good match so far. Interesting solution from Call Me Star with that T-spin. Okay. That piece movement looked funky, but they actually used initial hold system with initial rotation system on that that eyepiece or long bar in order to prop it up over to the left side there. Ooh, nice setup from Misty. I kind of dig the aggression and like trying to force these T-spins, because if you get caught only trying to like bring your board down on phase 3, you're likely going to fall to like a strong opponent. So definitely want to mix in T-spins just when you can. Ooh, I like that combo so far from Misty. Call Me Star, meanwhile, setting up. This allows them to have time to kind of create APM, and it neutralizes. Who is going to be able to get an edge and how here? Call Me Star kind of jeopardizing in their board a little bit on their right, and then that square misdrop. If Misty, okay, Misty having their own issues. Oh, look at that T-spin double find. Into that T-spin triple. Very nice. That might be enough pressure to force Call Me Star to zone. Actually, Call Me Star finds a combo, so far they're not forced to zone just yet. Yeah, if Misty was able to force Call Me Star to zone there, that would have been a big advantage, but look at that. Call Me Star with some really nice downstacking. So how is Misty going to handle this? They're pretty low to their board, so it's like, oh, perfect. I love it. So they're setting up a T-spin triple tower, which creates that height to allow them to work through the zone quicker, and the APM to put on some pressure. But that, look at that greed. That might have been pushing it with that T-spin single, but they're able to combo it out, and okay. I like what I see from both players so far. Five-minute match. Pretty even. Yeah, when you have even skill leveled matches on Zone Battle, it can go quite a while. Ooh, Call Me Star. Interesting solution. They can swing that J piece in there, yeah, try to bring it down. They can even do a, yep, on the donation. Donation being like setting up a T-spin, kind of like propped up towards the top of your board, then it cancels out, and then it's like your board never changed to begin with. I'm sure there's a better way to explain it. Look at that. Some big chunks of garbage coming in from Misty's attacks. And this might be the end. That was a great round. No sweep. All right, great game. Thumbs up. Yes, I'm going to get a thumbs up in there too. All right, everyone spectating. Can we try to time our thumbs up at the same time? When the timer hits 30 seconds, we're all gonna thumbs up, okay? Timer 30 seconds, thumbs up. Oh, sick. Also, who smiled? You kind of trolling me. We have new tech, new spectator tech. It's the first time I've tried that. All right. Ooh, look at the setup from. That was very. Ooh, into the C-spin though. Nice. Nice resolution from a failed curb press attempt from Call Me Star. Tucking that piece in there. Not the most intuitive on here, but you can't skill stop trying to tuck a piece in like that, but it's a bit tricky. All right, finds that T-spin donation. So Misty, ideally they can, yeah, take, if they can accept this, they're in a really good position. They can, okay, but they zone anyways. Either way, even, yeah, I guess it's less risky to zone, but it's also in a position that they can quickly move through their board, even on triple or the three-quarter zone. So look at that pressure being put on against Call Me Star. Call Me Star navigating pretty well, forcing T-spins. Not necessarily forcing them, but you want to try to find efficiency while simultaneously bringing your board down so that you can like tank attacks if needed. So far well executed from Call Me Star. See if Misty can work through this. They have another quarter zone. It's going to be tricky. Call Me Star putting on a lot of pressure. I don't know if there's a... Oh, they got a quarter zone. No. I think Call Me Star has it in the bag here. Pretty certain, yeah. Unless Misty has anything I've never seen before as a trick under their sleeve. But good game. And that second round was great. Thumbs up. Smile. Cool. What time are we at? I think that might be a good game to end it on. I would say that was one of our better matches tonight. You know, when I'm sitting up in my chair and actively commentating, that we have a pretty good match in front of us. Okay. Pretty much any match that's like super close to skill level is a good match in my eyes. So that was fun to watch. You only know where heart is? Are you on a controller or keyboard? We need to teach emotes. That might be pretty important, actually. So if you're on a keyboard, hold 1, press left for heart, up for thumbs up, right for smile, down for sweat, or cry, or whatever you want it to be. Yes. If you're on a controller, it should just bind to your right thumbstick. Which, when I play on controller, I accidentally emote a lot. So if you see me emoting and you think it's bad manners, it's probably because I'm smacking that right thumbstick somehow. And vice versa. If you see me not emote on keyboard, it's because it's kind of hard to get to sometimes while I have a YouTube video up or something. Okay, so I think that's it for tonight. Welcome in Gila from X. Airplanes, welcome in. Gila, you should play sometime. We do this pretty much every Friday, depending on if we have like a special event or if I'm available to host it or not. But pretty much since TECWC, I've been looking to host community showcases every Friday. Because why not? And it's good to have some active thing for the community to look forward to within our enhanced Discord. Which, by the way, I'm going to plug it for the millionth time this stream because you should join us in the future. And also on our Discord, we have a full moon / weekend ritual voice hangout in the afternoon. You can see the exact time on the Discord. It should tie to whatever your time zone is. Wait, that doesn't work on YouTube. But yeah. Oh, stream to? Yeah, I guess we recently started streaming to our X/Twitter pages. Okay, who wants to play me in a best of 1? And then as soon as the match ends, the stream is over. So we can make the stream last longer by delaying the match. But Pain Dezu, let's do it. I believe in you. I think we are going to throw a raid. I think Classic Tetris is streaming right now. We're going to say hi to our friends at Classic Tetris Twitch. Ooh. A little bit of a messy board here. Uh-oh. Oh no, I can't lose the best of 1. Or I can. I technically can. I don't want to, though. Oh, God. Wait. GG. Pain Desu was the winner, everybody. Wow. Pain Desu, I might as well resign from my job. I think you're a better fit for this position. So congrats on your new employment here as a community developer here at Enhance. Yeah, welcome to the team. Yes, you are the new TEC WC 2024. This was the official championship, so thanks for everyone that tuned in. But okay, real talk. Join our Discord. We are going to be hosting a voice hangout tomorrow in the Discord. It's pretty fun when you have a lot of people in there streaming and playing games. If you want to snipe and work with teammates, it's always cool to work with teammates in voice rather than try to guess what they're doing during connected versus. And I'm missing something. Next Friday, we'll have a Weekend Ritual preview / single player showcase and try to feature some players for that. Going into a CTWC weekend. So yeah, stay tuned every Friday, unless barring some other event or myself not being available for other work reasons. We will be hosting these community showcases. So thank you everyone that tuned in tonight. That was a lot of fun. We are going to throw a Twitch raid towards Classic Tetris. Can I do that from Restream chat? Let's see. I'll just pull it up just in case. Nah, ZB. All right, so say hi to Classic Tetris on their Twitch channel. If you are watching from YouTube or X, thanks for joining, and be sure to follow us wherever we are. YouTube. We're gonna have more presence on TikTok this year, Instagram, whatever. Find an enhanced experience, and we will love you for it. So I'll see you guys tomorrow if you're in the Discord, and next Friday for Community Showcase. Bye-bye.